Now traders, welcome to the next section. So as you can see here, I am at my desk. This is one of my workstations. If I'm not at the office in Birmingham working with Nat, either with some students or doing some trades, I'm either at home, okay, I'm either sat here or I use my MacBook and I'll take that around anywhere I go. So first and foremost, what we need to just get out clear and in the open is that you do not need to waste a lot of money at first on expensive multiple screen trading setups. The TradingView setup, which I've gone through in Trading 101, that is adequate to use and utilize to full extent and full potential on one laptop. Now, it is nice to maybe have a multiple screen setup. I'm thinking of getting one for myself for the office, more or less for teaching purposes, so I can pull up different charts on different screens, have different charts to watch, get the students involved, and use it more of as a display overall. However, if you're working on your own, we do not need to invest, because some of them are very, very expensive. Some of the actual PC towers, you can get them custom built, custom made, and they range from £500 upwards, depending on the CPU and the processing speed and so on, because they have to actually power, all of these monitors. And the monitors these days, if you want the highest quality, you're looking at a lot of money. I'm talking, let's say you had 4 22-inch or even 20-inch screens. The processing power to actually power those screens is going to cost you at least £1,000 or maybe £1,500, and you've got the screen on top. So you're looking at around £2,000, £2,500 for a decent setup. Now, when I first started trading, by all means, I used to look online and I used to think that, okay, if I had this huge setup, if I had the TVs on the wall, if I had Bloomberg playing, if I had the news playing and so on, I'm going to be more successful, my trades are going to be a lot better. By all means, yes, to an extent, you are going to need your actual little place to go away and do your work, especially if you're first studying and first getting in tune and involved in technical analysis, doing your chart work and into the market, but it's not something that you really need to strive for straight away. My personal recommendation would be Apple. Now, this MacBook is new 27-inch. This was £1,600, and the memory is brilliant. I use this not just for charting, but I also use it to upload videos and render videos, cut up videos and so on for YouTube and in this member zone, because that takes up a lot of data overall. So as I say, I do enjoy looking at this 27-inch screen because all of the Mac products are actually Retina display, and even so, if you did fork out maybe £1,500, £2,000 on a multi-screen setup, then sometimes on some of them, if you're not careful, unless they are 4K screens, which are very expensive, you're not going to get the charts as crisp as you would on an Apple device. So I have the 27-inch Mac here for when I want to sit at the desk and I want to chill and maybe I'm doing some other work. As you can see, the charts are huge, nice and crisp. I can put up multiple charts as well, as I showed you in the TradingView on video 1 in Trading 101 on the TradingView setup. So I do prefer this, and to sit down on a comfortable chair, chill, have some food, drink, have a cup of tea while I'm looking at the charts, maybe put up a few other windows on there as well. However, to be honest, sometimes I just get out of bed and I'll whip this Mac open. Now, this Mac was actually the same price, to be honest. However, when I did first start trading, I had some old crusty HP laptops and Windows laptop. Nothing against anybody who has Windows laptops, but you will find when you want to put effort into doing your journal, which you're going to learn how to do at the end of the member zone at the end of the course, your screenshots, keeping everything organized, and just your clarity on the charts overall. I like things to be crystal clear and organized. And when I was using Windows laptops, not all Windows laptops, because that was 3 or 4 years ago. Well, not all Windows laptops these days are as old, crusty, and just really hard to take around. And if you bash them, you can break easily and so on. And I found that the MacBooks overall are much more versatile. Now, so this one here, £1,600, this one was £1,500, and I've updated both of them recently this year in the last 2 or 3 months. Before this one, I had because this is a 15-inch MacBook. Before this one, I had the 13-inch Mac, and that lasted me 2 years. I wiped it and got rid of it because I needed more processing power, so that's why I upgraded to this one, and that one only cost me £900 brand new. So the 13-inch, I recommend that firstly, but if you want to be more serious and you are starting to see profits from the market and from your work, these are our investments at the end of the day. And it depends, some people often work on computers anyway. So you might already have a MacBook, but I'm just going into detail about we don't need to fork out for all of the multi-screen setups. We want something that we can carry around with us as well. By all means, we can trade and monitor all of our open positions and charts on our phones. However, I don't recommend trading directly from your phone. I'm going to show you how we can set up our charts on our phone. So for instance, what I have over here as well is I have the charts trading view, and with trading view is brilliant as well, because once you've actually set trading view up, and this is what I love about trading view, because other platforms in the past that I have used aren't as versatile and dynamic as trading view, and they've done really, really well with the software. So if the chart setup beforehand I was using was called Sierra, and even with MetaTrader, if you set up MetaTrader a certain way on one laptop, you can find to that laptop. However, with TradingView, once you've set it up, once you've done all your analysis on that, and once you have all of your work saved and you have your individual tabs, as I showed you how to do, how to save the individual tabs for the individual currency pairs, wherever you are, you can log in to that browser because it's a web-based platform and it's all going to be set up. So as you can see here, euro, this daily time frame. All of my work is saved. So it makes it really, really easy for me to move around because I do a lot of moving around. I currently live in southeast of England. If I go up to Birmingham, either to see family or to go to the office in Birmingham, then MacBook in my bag, backpack, and I'll whip this out. I may connect it to hotspot from my phone if I do want to check the charts throughout the day, if I'm on the train, if I'm just out and about, maybe having some food, anything to stop me from entering trades and looking at the market and maybe looking at the charts on my phone. I do not recommend that whatsoever. Always, always, always stick to TradingView, stick to the professional charting software, and as I say, with TradingView and moving around, all of your work is going to be saved in one place. So what I also have on both laptops, and I'm going to show you how to actually set this up shortly, is my broker, one of my brokers. I use Admiral Markets and I also use IG Index. I'm going to show you how these both work in the next video. I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up on your iPhone or Android. It's the same thing. Got iPhone here, Astra FX case, and I have my Android too. So it's the same thing. MetaTrader 4 is available on the App Store, and I'm going to put the camera to my phone and I'm going to set it all up for you guys so you can see exactly how to do that. So Admiral Markets here, this is my MetaTrader setup. I don't really trade directly from this, analyze directly from the MetaTrader, because you know why. We always want to stick to TradingView. But I can come onto here, and instead of tapping it in on my phone all the time, if I am sat at the desk, I can in fact just click buy and sell through the platform. However, if I wanted to do this, I would have to then set it up on here as well. It's not like TradingView where I can just set it up on one computer and it's going to obviously be duplicated onto the next. But I'm going to show you how to do that, guys. So we'll see that Admiral Markets, IG Index, and my TradingView. That's my setup. That's my workspace. What else? Got to say, not much to be honest, but that's it. Recommend Mac. Just stick with TradingView. Something you can carry around with you on the go as well. And it's also an important factor because many students that I have taught and I've met and done some work with, a lot of them may have other jobs too. And I often say to them, when you're working your job or 8-hour shift in the day, do you have access to a computer? Some work on a computer in the workplace, and I say, okay, that's ideal. They're not really allowed to do their own thing there, but I said, you know what, you can maybe sneak on TradingView here and there to see how your trades are going. You can pull out your phone, even if it's in the toilet, and see how your trades are running on here. But you can obviously check the charts from the browser, which is a big plus as well. Some people who are working on laptops who are allowed to actually take the laptop into work, again, we got the MacBook over here, we can just whip that out wherever we want. So we want to try and fit in our trading routines around our current routines as well. So that's why I say big Mac at home maybe, smaller Mac to take around with you, because if you just got one trading setup and it's a static, big computer unit and you've got 4 screens, it's going to be quite difficult when you're out and about on the go. You're going to be rushing home, wanting to check the charts, check your trades. So we need to be kind of versatile, because with all of this, why are we trading? Because we want freedom, we want to more or less do what we want. And it's fun to take your laptop out into a cafe, just to have a drink with your friends, whip it open, see how your trades are going. I've just made 100 pips on this trade while I'm sipping a cappuccino in Costa, So anyway, I'm going to bore you for too long, but that's what it is. Cool. Now, on the next video, I'm going to just show you how to actually set up your broker platform. Many questions, especially on YouTube and so forth. How do I get Mac on? How do I get NT4 on Mac? Sorry. Most brokers don't actually support that, but Admiral Markets do, which is a great bonus for me and you as well. If you have your own broker, you can ignore all of this. If you know how to set up MetaTrader on your phone, you can ignore the next video as well. However, I do recommend watching it. So I'm just going to show you how to actually get your passwords, put it into the phone. So this account is connected to this account. We just want everything connected together, okay, to make our lives easier as a trader. So we don't have to fork out firstly for expensive software and so on. I would recommend using what you have for now. And when you start to see some profits on the market, by all means, probably first purchase, I will go out and buy a new laptop, a new tool, because it's going to last and it's a great investment as well. Okay, so I hope that video helps, and I hope it's cleared up a few pointers and factors which you may have been thinking about. Cheers.